Two major threats to Colorado's way of life are growing right now. The most visible are the wildfires burning in areas as large as Washington, D.C., forcing many to make a quick evacuation with anything they can grab.
Inside of this box is 30 years, 30 years of our family history.
The other, the coronavirus. More Coloradans got sick in the last week than in the entire month of June. State leaders warn tighter restrictions may be coming.
The virus is not tired of us. It is still deadly.
Tonight, we'll explain how the virus is impacting Colorado ski areas and the holiday celebrations around the city of Denver.
First tonight, I want you to take an incredible perspective at the air tankers working to keep us all safe. This is video from Saturday over the Cowwood fire, which has destroyed 20 plus homes now. It's one of 9 major wildfires burning across the state.
And it is the 5 fires clustered in eastern Colorado that are causing the biggest problems tonight. We will update you on the status of all 5 of them tonight.
We begin with the Cowwood fire in Boulder County. The firefighters were able to make some progress today. Containment is up 2% from yesterday.
The fire has grown to 9,300 acres. And sadly has already had a devastating impact on some families. Denver7's Ivan Rodriguez joins us live from Boulder County with more on that tonight. Ivan?
And Shannon, good evening. You can still see plumes of smoke behind me. It's been really going on all day. I spoke with one family today who, when they evacuated their home and packed all their things into their car, they thought they'd see their home again, but now they're one of dozens who have lost their home to this fire. More than 250 fire personnel have been working to contain the Cowwood fire. All day today, we've seen helicopters flying over the smoke, helping the crews on the ground. Today, firefighters continued constructing fire lines and extinguishing hotspots. One family who lost their home tells me the last few days have been an emotional roller coaster.
But sometimes in the dark of night, Cheryl and I will cry and we'll hug and hold and talk about the things that were lost. And a lot of those things are small things, be small to most people, but even to us, the little things, notes from children, notes, first pictures, a lock of hair from a first haircut, things that cannot be replaced.
The cause of this fire remains under investigation. There is a virtual community meeting tonight at 7:30 where many people are hoping to hear more answers as to when and if they'll be able to return back home. Live in Boulder County, Ivan Rodriguez, Denver7.
Yeah, we hope it's soon. Thank you, Ivan. The Forest Service took an unprecedented step today because of the fire activity. All Forest Service land in Gilpin, Jefferson, Clear Creek, Boulder, and Larimer counties will be closed starting at midnight tonight. The Forest Service says it will reevaluate the decision every day.
High winds prevented airplanes from dropping fire retardant on the Cameron Peak fire for most of the day today. Helicopters were able to do their water drops from the air. This fire is the only fire in Colorado history to burn more than 200,000 acres. And while it grew a bit today, no homes or buildings were lost. And weather conditions are creating problems for first responders fighting the East Troublesome fire in Grand County. Officials said today the low humidity, the strong winds created near red flag conditions there. They put together a team to focus on protecting buildings. They're also evaluating whether power needs to be shut down to protect infrastructure. And we're expecting an update on the East Troublesome fire at 5:30 tonight. We're going to carry that for you on the Denver7 app for your streaming device.
And if you're looking for ways to help the people impacted by these fires, consider a donation to the Denver7 Gives Fund. Our nonprofit organization is working with community partners to make sure that money stays local. You can find more information by visiting the Denver7 Gives section of our website, thedenverchannel.com.
The data doesn't lie. Coronavirus cases are spiking in Colorado. We reported another 1,200 cases today. We've now reported more cases in the past 7 days than we saw in the entire month of June.
And tonight, more than 500 Coloradans are in the hospital with the virus. It is the highest number of hospital beds in use since at least Memorial Day. And while Colorado is faring better than its neighbors, there is no denying the following data. More people are getting sick. More people have to go to the hospital.
And certainly those trends have caught the attention of the governor, who spoke out today about how to reverse what's happening. Denver7's Jessica Porter live in the newsroom. Jess?
Health officials say it's clear we are in a third wave of the virus. We're at our highest daily case count since the pandemic began. But Governor Polis isn't issuing any new restrictions. Today, the governor launched a new media campaign called Step Up Colorado to encourage people to wear masks and keep socially distant. Health officials say each county may have to implement new restrictions if their numbers continue to worsen, just like Denver, Adams, and Arapahoe counties did last week. If we keep going at the rate we are right now, we will exceed exceed the number of hospitalizations we saw in the spring peak by mid-November.
We have very little wiggle room there. If we can improve our transmission control in the next week or so, we can give our healthcare system much more of a cushion, avoid significant strain, and ensure that we can avoid use of alternate care sites and strategies.
The virus is not tired of us. It is still deadly. It currently has sent 417 Coloradans to the hospital. Many will make it out and some will not.
Governor Polis also announced $1 million in CARES Act funding for the Colorado Department of Agriculture. That money will provide grant funding for Colorado farmers and ranchers. Next week, Polis says he will give us a more in-depth update on surge capacity and hospitalizations. Ann?
Jessica, thank you for that. And Colorado State University's football game against New Mexico was abruptly canceled today. The University of New Mexico's athletic director said today that local health orders make travel just too complicated. New Mexico and Colorado are both seeing a surge in cases right now. And there is one bright spot in the new numbers. Cases are on the decline among young adults in Boulder County. As a result, the county lifted its targeted restrictions on large gatherings today. People between the ages of 18 and 22 can now gather in groups of 10, the same as all other age groups.
1 week after welcoming some students back for in-person learning, Aurora Public Schools may have to send them back home. The district says it will decide by Thursday whether kids in preschool through 8th grade will have to return to remote learning. High schoolers who were supposed to return to class this week were told yesterday that their remote learning will continue through mid-November.
Still seeing some pretty strong wind gusts up in the foothills. Coming up, those fire areas will see a chance of snow.
Plus, ski season is adapting in the age of coronavirus.
We're asking all of our guests to work with us here.
We'll explain how resorts are going the extra mile.
The presidential candidates are dealing with a new twist at the next debate. And tonight we are going 360 on the decision to mute the candidates' microphones.